Aloha Tiki Drink and Classic Cocktail fans. This is Bourbon Bill with Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Today we are going to explore the Hawaiian cocktail. Now this classic cocktail is super easy to make, super tasty, and it just makes a great summertime classic cocktail. And we're going to get right into how simple this is in just a moment, right after these messages. Hey, welcome back to Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Now, if this is the first time that you've been here, we really appreciate you taking time out to just find out a little bit about what goes on here. If you're a returning viewer, we really appreciate you, and we appreciate all the comments that come in to give us suggestions about this show and what you really like to see on the show, because this is really just as much your channel as it is ours. All right, so we have just a couple of housekeeping things, and we'll jump right into the Hawaiian cocktail. We publish Wiki Tiki magazine. It's a high-gloss tiki lifestyle, mid-century modern take on tiki culture, and you can get this in print and instant digital download, and there's the site right down below here how you can get yours. Now, don't dawdle on the print copies, they go pretty quick, but you can get all the issues for instant digital download at any time. And the second thing is we're really interested in where you're viewing this show. So if you don't mind, take a second, put down in the comments what city you're hailing from. We get viewers from all over the world, and we're just as excited and humbled that people are taking interest in our cocktail recipes. All right, now today's cocktail, the Hawaiian cocktail, comes straight from the Savoy Cocktail Book that was published in the 1930s by a bartender at the Savoy Hotel in London. Now, every bartender should have a copy of this. There's over 750 recipes in this book. Some of them you're familiar with, like White Russians and Harvey Wallbangers. But there's some other ones that, you know, if somebody comes up and they said, hey, can you make this? Well, chances are pretty good it's in this book. So we have a link down in the description as to how you can get your copy. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the Hawaiian cocktail. This one goes back almost 100 years or better. But we're going to take a little variation on it in just a few minutes, and you're going to see why. Now, before we dive in, you're only going to really need three things. So let's go pillage the fridge. You're going to need gin, you're going to need some orange juice, and you're going to need some orange liqueur like Curacao, or what we're going to use is Suau Orange Liqueur a little later. But if you have triple sec or Cointreau or orange Curacao, go ahead and grab those, and you can follow along with this super simple recipe that I know and I believe that you can do at home and impress your friends with with your new bartending skills. All right, now there's really only three ingredients to this particular cocktail. We got gin, we have orange juice, and we have orange Curacao. Well, you say, well, Bourbon Bill, that doesn't sound very Hawaiian. Okay, it sounds just kind of like a gin-based screwdriver. Well, you wouldn't be wrong, but we're going to tiki this up and make it a little bit more Hawaiian. All right, so we're going to start off with our Mixology and Craft Boston Shaker set. We have a link for this down in the description as well. And we're going to start off by making it more Hawaiian. We're going to take some pineapple chunks and just throw that in the bottom of the tin, and that instantly makes it a little more Hawaiian. And we're going to take our muddling stick and we're going to mash that all up in there really good. So it's going to just take those chunks and bring them down to, you know, almost like pulp. Okay, now some people like pulp, some people don't, and we'll show you how to address that here shortly. So get that all muddled in, get that just kind of like when you're doing mint for a mojito. You just muddle that all in. My good friend Scott gave me this muddling stick, and it really comes in handy. All right, so we're going to put that aside. All right, our base for this particular cocktail is gin. All right, so our good friend Jim Webb over at Manifest Distillery, they make a Florida citrus gin. It's got some Florida botanicals in it. I highly recommend this particular one, and it gives a little bit of tropical feel to this particular drink. Now, I have to warn you, this one has some kick to it. It calls the Savoy Cocktail Book calls for 4 ounces of gin. So we're just making sure that everybody drinks responsibly. We want to keep you guys around a long time to watch all these videos on our channel. All right, so there's 4 ounces. Okay. The second ingredient calls for orange juice. Okay. So I'm blessed that I live in Florida. We can literally walk out, grab fruit off the tree, and we have fresh squeezed orange juice here at Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. So far we have 4 ounces of gin, 2 ounces of orange juice that we'll just pour right in there. And last but not least, we're going to add curacao or orange liqueur. In this case, we're using Suau Orange Liqueur. It comes from Mallorca, Spain. It's fantastic. But you could use either triple sec or Cointreau too, but I just happen to prefer this one. So, you know, if you go to the liquor store next time, ask them if they can get that for you, and I think you'll enjoy it. So we got just 1 ounce of the orange liqueur, and we'll throw that in the mix. Now see how simple that is? All you got to remember is 4, 2, 1. It's kind of a weird Bourbon Bill countdown, but okay. All right, so we're going to throw in a couple of agitator cubes into the mix there. And while we're shaking this, take a moment, and we bring all this content for you for absolutely free. So do Bourbon Bill a solid here by go ahead and hitting that subscribe, like, and hitting that notify bell so you're the first one to know when we upload new content to this channel. Alrighty, I can feel that condensation starting to build up on the tin. We should be good to go there. I can smell that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, so let's talk a little bit about glassware. Okay, a lot of tiki drinks have so many different ingredients in it. Frankly, they come out kind of a muddy brown. So that's why a lot of times they'll hide them in ceramic tiki mugs. But this particular drink is actually pretty. So we're going to take a clear tiki drink mug here, and again, you know, if you like what you see, you know, there is a link for it down in the description. So load this bad boy up with some ice. Now, if you were counting, we had 4 ounces of gin, 2 ounces of orange juice, and 1 ounce of that. So that's like a 7-ounce drink. Okay, so there's a lot going on. So you can kind of gauge yourself up or down on this. And if you pour and there's a little bit left over, bonus. All right, and like I said, some people like pulp, some people don't. That's why we have a strainer, and it's what's called a gated strainer, and it has this little spring on it, and you can kind of do a little actuator action right here. If you don't like the pulp, go ahead. You'll get the flavor of the pineapple, but some people, you know, if they don't, it doesn't bother me. So today we're just going to pour it, you know, pulp and all, because I want that full flavor of that pineapple into that drink. Look at that. Just the right amount. Oops, a little plop there on top. Okay. All right. this up because part of the experience is seeing the drink before you actually smell and taste it. So we're going to tiki this up a little bit. I got a little pineapple wedge with Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar flag. And we're going to put a little obligatory umbrella on there. Okay. And there you have it, the Hawaiian cocktail as per the Savoy Cocktail Book from the 1930s. But we put our own little Hawaiian spin on it. So I'm going to go enjoy this with Bootleg Minnie and some other friends. But I want you to put down in the comments how this worked out for you. And if you're not a fan of gin, even though this is a great gin, you know, try it with rum or vodka. And I think, you know, just put it in the comments down below how it worked out for you. Well, that's it for today. This is Bourbon Bill with Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. I hope this works out. Have a great afternoon drink with this one, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.